You're not lying. Someone asks how you're doing, and before you even decide to answer, the words are already out of your mouth. I'm fine. You said it without thinking. You said it even though your chest was tight, your head was loud, and you hadn't felt fine in weeks. And later, maybe you felt like a liar, like a fraud, like someone who hides. I want to tell you something today. You were not lying. What you did in that moment was not weakness, and it was not deception. It was one of the most sophisticated, protective behaviors the human nervous system has ever built. You are not a liar. You are a load-bearing wall. And once you understand what that means, you'll stop apologizing for it. And you'll finally learn how to protect the one thing that wall was never designed to protect: you. To understand yourself, we have to look at what's actually happening in your body when that word comes out. Because I'm fine is not a sentence, it's a reflex. Psychologists have a name for the first part of it. They call it protective buffering. It's the automatic act of hiding your own stress so you don't pass it on to the people around you. You do it because some part of you learned a long time ago that your pain becomes everyone else's problem. So you carry it quietly. You absorb the shock so the room stays calm. That's not cowardice. That's load bearing. There's a second layer underneath it. Researchers call it self-silencing. It's the habit of pushing down what you actually feel in order to keep a relationship smooth. You learned that the version of you that has needs is harder to love than the version of you that has none. So you built the easier version. You made yourself low maintenance. You made yourself fine. And there's a third layer, the deepest one. When someone asks how you are, your nervous system runs a threat check faster than your conscious mind can. And for you, fine is a de-escalation signal. It's the word that ends the conversation before it can turn into something you have to manage. It's not avoidance, it's regulation. You're keeping the temperature of the room steady because somewhere along the line, you became the thermostat. Most people are thermometers. They feel the room and they react to it. They get cold, they complain, they get uncomfortable, they say so. But you're the thermostat. You don't just feel the temperature. You quietly adjust yourself to keep everyone else comfortable. You walk into a tense room and you lower your own signal so the room can settle. And here's the part nobody tells you. A house needs load-bearing walls. Take them out, and the whole structure comes down. The decorative walls, the ones that announce every feeling the second they have it, those walls hold up nothing. But yours hold up the room. Yours hold up the people who lean on you, without ever knowing they're leaning. If this is finally putting words to something you've never been able to explain, take a second and subscribe. This whole channel is about making sense of why you're wired the way you are. Now, you might ask, if this is so exhausting, why do I do it? Why is it wired this deep? Because it kept you safe. And long before you, it kept the group alive. Picture an ancient group under threat, the ones who panicked out loud, spread the panic, but there was always someone who could hold their face still, someone who could say, in effect, "It's okay, we're okay," and keep the others from scattering. Researchers describe a stress response they call tend and befriend. When danger comes, instead of fighting or running, some people stabilize and soothe. One way to understand your I'm fine is exactly that. Not a modern flaw, but an ancient stabilizing instinct. You're the one who holds steady. when everyone else is coming apart. But I'm not going to lie to you about the cost, because there is one. And it's heavy. A load-bearing wall carries weight silently. And because it never complains, no one ever checks on it. When you always say you're fine, people believe you. They stop asking. They stop asking twice. And slowly, quietly, you become invisible inside your own life. The strong one, the easy one, the one who doesn't need anything. Everyone leans on the wall, and no one maintains the wall, and your body keeps the receipt. Scientists call the hidden price of this constant composure allostatic load. It's the wear and tear of holding tension that never gets released. You can smile and say you're fine for years, but the stress doesn't disappear because you stopped announcing it. It just moves in quietly. It settles into your sleep, your shoulders, your patience, your health. The wall stays standing, but the wall is tired. So here's my prescription. Not to tear the wall down. You need it. But to finally maintain it first. The one true person. You don't have to be honest with everyone. That would be exhausting. And frankly, unsafe. You only need one person with whom you practice saying the truer sentence instead of the smooth one. Psychologists have a term for the exhausting version of this. Surface acting, where you hold a mask in place and perform the feeling you're supposed to have. What you're looking for is the opposite. One person you can drop the mask with and actually let yourself feel what you feel. You don't need a crowd. You need one safe room to stop performing in. Second, the half degree. When someone asks how you are, you don't have to swing from "I'm fine" all the way to your entire inner world. That jump feels impossible, so you never make it. Instead, move 1 degree. Honestly, a little worn out today. That's it. 1 notch more honest than the reflex. Small enough to survive, true enough to count. You're not opening the floodgates. You're cracking a window. Third, name it before you can share it. Part of the reason "I'm fine" comes out so fast is that you genuinely can't find the real word fast enough. So build the vocabulary in private. Neuroscientists have a phrase for this. Name it to tame it. The moment you can label what you feel, not bad, but unappreciated, or overstretched, or lonely in a full room, it loses a little of its grip. You cannot share a feeling you cannot find. So start finding it, quietly, for yourself. So let's put this all together. Saying "I'm fine" was never a lie. It was the wall holding up the house. It was protection for them and for you. You were never cold. You were never closed. You were carrying. But even a load-bearing wall needs someone to check the foundation. And for once, that someone gets to be you. You spent your whole life being the person others could lean on. You're allowed to lean, too. To help you start, I've made a free PDF called the Honest Sentence Field Guide. It gives you the exact half-degree phrases you can use this week, so the truth feels survivable instead of terrifying. The link is in the description. Now, if you listened to all of this and thought, my problem isn't that I hide what I feel. My problem is that I feel everything way too intensely. Then you're just at a different part of this journey. I made a whole video on that, on why some brains record the world in 8K while everyone else sees standard definition. You can click it right here. Thanks for watching. Take a breath. And the next time someone asks, see if you can give them the half degree. I'll see you in the next one.